Hello and welcome back. I have had this printer, the Epson EcoTank ET-8550, for a bit over 2 years now, and I'm very happy with it. It is really economical and it makes great prints. But now, for the first time after 2 years, it's time to fill up the ink tanks, all of them this time, not only the gray. The gray I had to fill up more than once before, because that color is used for almost everything, if not everything. I don't actually know, but it is definitely used for black and white photo and all type of color printing. So it needs refilling more often than all the others. Anyway, now it's time for all the colors, and there is a part in the manual describing what to do when it's time to refill the ink. There are several pages and a lot of do's and don'ts, but one thing which I think is quite important is that if you buy the inks, you should have a look at the rear, so that the date, that the inks are not expired. I don't know if it's clearly visible in the video, but the best before date is on each bottle, so you should check that before start using it, and that's actually also listed in the manual as one of the do's and don'ts. I have a complete set of all colors, also the gray, but the gray is already opened, as you can see, and most of it is already used up, but I will put the rest in the printer also. Refilling is really not rocket science. All you have to do is open the printer top and then open the hatch covering the tanks, and then just one by one refill all of them. I will start with the gray, since that bottle is already open, so I just pop it completely open, unscrew the lock, and well, just insert it. One thing you have to be aware of, that each color has a keyed top, so you can't actually force it in the wrong color into the wrong tank. You can only do it in the right one, and you don't have to use any force at all. What you've heard is the sound of the actual ink dropping down into the container, and once the sound stops, the ink is ready, and that is filled. As you can see, the gray is now at the top level, and if there is ink left in the cartridge, you don't have to worry, because it will not overflow the whole thing. So just make sure you lift up the canister and pull it out carefully and firm. So, and it's not dropping. So there is basically zero risk of causing any problems in your home or wherever you have your printer. When you are done with one color, you have to screw the top back on, of course, in case, especially in case there is more left. Of course, all the plastic must be removed before you can progress with the next color, which in my case will be the magenta. I will do the refilling in that order. You can actually speed the process up by inserting more than one color at the same time, as long as the bottles can be placed in the tanks without interfering with each other. You should not shake the bottles, so just open the canister, open the lock, and insert into the right hole. I will actually open the black one also and continue with that. In the meantime, the magenta is ready, but I will not remove it just yet. I will insert the black first and then remove the magenta. Actually, it did drop as a tiny drop here, which of course I immediately remove because I don't want the wrong color anywhere. So as you can see, I was slightly wrong because it did drop a bit, so perhaps it's a good idea to be careful. But there is definitely more left in the magenta canister. There is about this much still in the bottle. So now the black one is also ready. And this one didn't drop, so it's good. So 3 colors are done. Now 3 more left. And I will continue with the yellow. And now there is not enough space for the next bottle. So I will just wait until it drops down and fills the tank. As you can see, it doesn't take a very long time, so no problem waiting. So now the ink level reached the top line and the dripping stopped. As you can see, there is actually quite a lot of ink left in this one. Of course, how much is left in each bottle depends on how much needed to be filled. As you can see, the cyan and the pigment black is quite low in level, so those two will definitely be not that much left in the bottle once I am done. Also, when you are screwing back the lock, there is a ratchet sound, so you have to screw it until you hear that. So it's clearly everything is locked. So it's time for the cyan. So that is done also. And the last color is the pigment black. And that's it. All the colors are now at the maximum level. What's left in the bottles, you can save them for topping it up later. So now closing everything. There is also something called waste tank, waste ink tank, and that is here. Now that is not always necessary to change, but just in case I will have issues and it's filled, I will change it. I already have one spare in case it needs to be changed. The level in that can be observed in the printer control software. I don't know how accurate that is, but it should be quite accurate because there is a chip in this which should sense the level. But anyway, I don't care about that right now. So the next step is to close the lid and also to reset the ink levels in the printer. If you don't do that, your software will complain about low ink level, and I don't know, maybe it even stops printing at a certain level. So we have to switch the printer on. So when you are ready with filling up the inks, there is one more step to do, and that is to tell the printer that you actually filled all the tanks, or whichever you filled. And that can be done in the maintenance menu. There is one called maintenance. Mine is in Swedish, so it does not say maintenance, it says underhåll. Anyway, you just click on that tab and then select fill up the ink level. I don't know what that is called in English, but that is somewhere stated in your manual, so just have a look. And then just go and continue, and there is a text. If you want to read, you just read, otherwise you have to tell it which one did you top up into what, and then it's just to tick all, because I filled up all of them. So this time it's just to give check mark to all of them and then continue, and then you get a new question. It's asking me if I filled up to the top line. Yes, I did. And then just it says that now we will set the level to the maximum, and that's it. There is also a more fine adjustment possibility, which is called ink level setting, and in that case you can select to the level manually. This is in case you don't have enough ink, and then you can just top up on to the well, say to the center of this. So you should just select whichever level you have filled to, and that's it. But in my case it's completely filled, so that's it. So now next time I am printing, the software will detect that the tanks are filled. And that's it. There is nothing more. You can switch off the printer and use it as it was when it was new. If you have never topped up any of the ink tanks, it's a good idea to read the pages about how to do it. And well, in the manual there are a few pages about how to refill the ink and what to do. So I think it's a good idea to do it according to the manual. And there is also maintenance, about the maintenance tank, but as I said earlier, I didn't do anything about that because mine is only half full, so there is nothing else to do about it. Okay, thank you very much for now, and I hope you enjoyed this simple video about how to refill the inks of an EcoTank, Epson EcoTank ET-8550. And in case you have the 8500, the procedure will be the same. So thank you very much and goodbye.